What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about something that I feel like it is very crucial for any person to have, and I think that's a strong sense of identity, like all the way through. You have to have a strong sense of identity. Knowing who you are, and having that fit, and having a sense of peace about it, because if you have any blank spot in your identity where you just don't know where you stand, where you just don't know why you are the way that you are, it's gonna drive you crazy. You know what I mean? Like for me, for me, for example, I'm not desperate for a girlfriend, but I'm not sure why I don't have one. And the why is bothering me, is driving me very frustrated. So sometimes it's not even about getting what we want in life. Sometimes it's just about knowing why we don't have it. And because that will give us a sense of peace. And just knowing how to word your own problems and your own challenges. Because facing a challenge isn't that bad. Because if we know what the challenge is, then we know what direction to go in. But if you don't even know the challenge that you're up against, I don't know. I don't know, for example, why I don't have a girlfriend. I don't know if it's because I say things that are off-putting. I don't know if it's because I don't dress well enough. I don't know if it's because it's not God's timing. I don't know if I don't have a nice enough job. I don't know what the reason is, I don't know if it's because I'm intimidating, if I'm too intellectual. I don't know what the reason is, and that is what is making me very frustrated. Not necessarily the fact that I don't have a girlfriend. That's not what I'm desperate for. I just want to know why. And in life, you got to figure out your whys too. Why are you at where you're at? Because if you don't, it's a big blank spot. The devil's going to try to give you an explanation for who you are. And what's going to happen is it's not going to be good. It's not going to be constructive. You're going to start trying out identities, because the other ones don't work. You're going to be like, well, this whole believing that I'm confident thing isn't working, so maybe I'm just going to try out thinking that maybe I am a loser. Or you're going to, try out the identity of being angry or selfish because you think, oh, being nice didn't work, so I'm just going to be an angry, selfish person. So what happens when you don't know yourself is that you start trying out identities because you're so desperate for finding the way, and it just leads you down mentally a bad path. So my advice is ask God who you are, and read books, ask friends who you are, and to help reinforce your identity, and read up on whatever challenge you're facing, so you will know you can better orient yourself. Because everybody wants to know where they stand in society. It's not just about knowing who you are, but understanding yourself in relation to other people. Because that's what's important, People say don't compare yourself to others. Well, it's I don't live on an island by myself. You know what I mean? I have to compare myself to others, and the only way for me to feel comfortable is to understand who I am in relation to other people. So that's a big part of finding your identity as well. So yeah, my advice is just don't give in to those compulsions. You're gonna have, when you don't know who you are, you're gonna have a compulsion to try out new things, and lots of times those things are destructive. Like maybe you're like, well, I don't socialize well as the sober person, so maybe I socialize better as the drunk person, or the guy that smoked a joint before the social interaction, and now you're just adding other problems, like, now you believe that you gotta be intoxicated to socialize with people, and just various things like that you can go down the wrong route if you're not careful. So figure out the real reasons what is going on in your life, and I pray the best, because I'm struggling with it too. But yeah, that's my thought. All right. Actually, one thing I'm doing to actually help me with this problem is that I came across this book. It's called People in Quandaries, the semantics of personal adjustment, something like that. It's by an author named Wendell Johnson, and I guess it's a book about how to word your own issues, put your own issues into words, so then you can then word the solution, put the solution into words, so you'll know what direction to go in. In that book, it talks about how many people, they're not necessarily going to a therapist to figure out what their problem is, or how to solve their problem. They're actually going to the therapist's office to figure out what their problem is, because them not knowing is driving them crazy. And so I think our brains are very about semantics. Like, we want to know the words, like how to word our issue, and then it will sit right with us, and we'll have peace about what we're going through. So sometimes if you're not feeling right internally, sometimes someone needs to explain your problem in the correct words that sit well with you. And sometimes someone may explain your problem and they may be accurate, but they didn't explain it using the words that make sense to you. So keep searching for those words that sit right with you.